What's happening? It's your boy ATC. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you fucking with my content. You feel me? And this time we got Bleach, episode 25, 1,000 Year Blood War review. Let's get started. Episode start off with like a post-invasion clip. Soon, not long after they had been sent up, we see Kisuke Urahara meeting up with the Visor. They get to talking, but Hiyori, she kind of upset that he sent Ichigo and Yoruichi up without all of them knowing that really wasn't the plan and that they could die type shit. And basically he got them facing off against like the Suicide Squad with Yhwach and all of them. Then we see Yushiro Shion, the 23rd head of the Shion, upset because he didn't get to make it in time to give his big sister Yoruichi all the weapons and shit she could use for the battle ahead. But Kisuke hit him with that, it's for the sake of the Serite, my boy, but we still gonna need them weapons, so come inside. Have no fear, Captain Kisuke is here. But Hiyori, she ain't really feeling that weak ass statement that he just put out like that, cause you know they could real deal die up that motherfucker. She could get real fast, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Words got tongue tied to the bitch. Yhwach and Ichibe, they clashing and shit on the top side up there because it didn't flip back over. They still talking shit. Ichibe say, I done told you plenty of times to put some respect on my name, but you keep saying my name so lightly, and time after time you keep trying me, so now I'm finna have to show you why I'm not to be fucked with. Don't blame me if you lose your voice. It's finna get real disrespectful. Flip over to the Royal Guard, we see Namaya talking shit. He like, what a horrible king y'all got running like a little bitch. Get to the point. He waving that blade around at Uryu and Hashwall saying shit, which one of you is the successor? Whoever the fuck it is, with the little eye emoji, whoever the fuck it is, let's get to it. Smooth back over to Ichibe, he putting lines down and standing on business. He say the only space I'm gonna need to whoop your ass in is this right here. Yhwach standing on business right back though. He say you gonna die just in 3 steps before that line you just got. Ichibe, Hiosubi, using his government ID and shit. But then we see Ichibe, he putting that wrist to work and then drawing a seal. So this motherfucker appear and say it again. I done told you put some respect on my motherfucking name, you bitch, you. And a ginormous hand appeared from the seal and face palm the fuck out of Yhwach. I'm talking about straight like bow on your ass. You feel me? Pushing that man, flying back. Ichibe flash step right behind him, talking that shit to him. Why you flying back? He said, I told you, don't blame me if you lose your voice. Dude can't talk. He going back at such a fast velocity from being hit, he can't even talk. The disrespect he putting on Yhwach. Then he say, the name of the attack. Senri Shu Shinsho, the name of the attack. It blasts everything and anything in strike from 1,000 feet mid-air. He say, let me send you back another 1,000, my boy, just to reflect on what you done did, and slap his ass out the air. So first you was going back this way. Now you're going down this way. The disrespect he putting on this man is crazy. But in the midst of Yhwach falling, he still with the shit though. He give himself a voice by snatching his throat open and ordering an attack out of his mouth. Like a big ass Quincy bow and arrow appear in the sky and fire going through him to hit Ichibe. Pushing himself back up into the sky. That's some crazy ass shit. That's some dedication that you ready to get a motherfucker. You gonna shoot an attack to go through you to push you back just so you can get to your enemy? That's crazy. Ichibe bobbed and dodged and weaved all the motherfuckers. Then he say, look, I done told you to say my name, or don't say my name, you still saying my name. I done told you not to talk when you told not to, you still talking back when I done told you not to. And now, I done sent you away for punishment, and you done came your ass back? I'm finna slap your ass. I'm finna get up on your ass. He like, you older, but you still a little rascal, a little wet behind the ears. But you leave me no choice. Now I got to kill you. Now I got to do you in, sucker. What the fuck? This man eyes go white like the Avatar. Like y'all ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, where he be getting that spiritual side in him, spiritual aim, woo, with the eyes and shit. That's how this nigga eyes go, man. His eyes go white, and he get all spooky with the shit. Flips back over to Namaya and he ready for the smoke. He say it ain't even finna matter for him which one go first. Both y'all, I'm finna make y'all both fodder. So that's when Hashwall get to saying you gonna soon know my power and regret not having to fight his majesty. Yhwach all of a sudden the barrier get the breaking. But Kirio she quickly fix it and make more branches. Then we see Tenjiro jump and he say he going in and summon forth a giant water ball blast type shit. and shoot that bitch tidal wave style right over there at Uryu and Hashwall. But both of them end up flash stepping up out of it though. Shatara, she like, shit, why you don't wanna get wet? You don't wanna take a little dip? You don't wanna get a little water? Then she launching at Uryu with the left, right, left thread needle combo, and he motherfucking dodging them hoes and jumping, shoot an arrow at her ass. Then we see Tenjiro, he say now it's time to heat it up. Nigga like he got the sunshine in his big ass axe. And out of nowhere it get bright than the motherfucker. And he take the suntan with him and clash it with Hashwalk. Then we see Namai, he like, shit, y'all done stole my show. He took all the enemies. He feeling like the pressure and the prescience of a stern Ritter D, who he once thought was dead. Then we see D get the licking up the sriracha sauce, and explaining his name and shit. D stand for death dealing, and he was picked just because he won't die. He can accurately calculate the lethal dose of a particular substance and adjust the amount at will. The Maya, he bamboozled, as most of us was. When I watched this shit, I was bamboozled. Nigga, I was confused. Like, what do you mean? You adjusting shit? Then you licking up blood and shit off your hand like a little cat? What's going on? Namai ended up dropping to his knees, and by the dude D licking up the blood, he lowering the lethal doses of the blood within Namai's body, causing him to break down and feel weak. Basically a painful death type shit. And he get to gulping that motherfucker down like some Kool-Aid. Then we flip over to Shatara and Uryu both flying up, and he letting them arrows fly. And she get to building a Destructo disc, look like she building a Rasengan, a forehand 86-4 palm jutsu, and break all them arrows down. And then basically she get to talking a little shit to him. She feisty with it. She say, that shit was gentle like the spring rain, my boy. Like, what the fuck? Flip over to Tenjiro, we see him dishing them blows out trying to crack Hashwall's shield. Bruh say, you really think you can? He launched that big ass axe at him. The shield gets stuck. Okay, no problem. Take that motherfucker, throw it back like a rag doll, and get right back on Tens with the blows. Clashing swords with Hashwall, dealing a nice neck blow. Flips back to Namaya and old boy talking shit. Talking about you done underestimated him. And he pull out a soul string, what look like from his cufflinks. But Namaya say, fuck that shit, and splice his neck open. Flash step behind him and swat that motherfucker. He tried to hit him with the blade, but he missed. Dude dodged that shit. He basically come up with the bright idea to drain out all the blood in his body right under the lethal dose of what Buddy is talking about. So D gets the size of him up, saying it ain't that simple, but Namai calling forth Tenjiro, and the blood spring bath rejuvenated his blood, replacing it with what? New blood. So Namai, basically he good to go now. Namaya strike his ass and ask him, am I cool, motherfucker, or what? D like, yeah, you cool. You got the juice. You cool. I underestimated you on the end with a fatal blow to the chest. Leaking and bleeding, he dropped like the trash he is. Back on Shatara now, she got them arrows Uryu shot turned into what looks like Reshi balls, bouncing off of her little umbrella, or her little hat she made. It's twirling and swirling, and the little Reshi balls is just bouncing off the top of it. And she sent all them shots right back at Uryu and say she, despite not liking, or despite liking the rain, she don't like getting wet. You feel me? So she talking a little shit. Flips back to Yhwach and they getting to it, brush the blade type shit. He like, I ain't know you could look so frightening once you put your mind to killing me. Yhwach swat his attacks away, and he ended up brushing his arm. But then Ichibe explained to him that his brush, it don't cut flesh, it cuts names. So now the name of his arm has been sliced into two, leaving his shit dead weight in both arms. Like, what the fuck? This shit useless at this moment. Now instead of an arm, all he got is an AR, like in terms of the word arm, like all he got is the A and the R. And the strength and the ability both been halved. So he tried attacking, but he's slow and gets sliced with the brush again, right down the middle of his body, and slap with that motherfucker all the way back to the line Ichibe first drew. Now Ichibe just like, you now, the leader of the Quintus, whose power has now been cut in half. How does it feel? And in the midst of him asking him how does it feel, this man's face got darker and shit. He took on the whole Black Force Air Force energy to a whole nother motherfucking place. This nigga went black for a minute. This nigga turned into a real nigga on the battlefield. What? This nigga turned into a nigga. I know y'all see that shit. or over there, whichever way it's gonna appear. I know y'all see that shit. That nigga turned into a real nigga on the field. Do you hear me? Alright, then we flip over to Bambi and we see and Giselle, she's sucking that thigh meat, gulping down on that motherfucker like goom, goom. Right next to the zombie pussy. Bambi pleading with her, she ain't ready to die. This cold-hearted bitch decides to bash her head in, right into the ground. She's a mad psycho. She like, shit, don't you know you a zombie? And literally just smashed Bambi head in until she dead. Eyes cocked out the motherfucking socket and shit. Like, ain't no coming back from that. Even if you a zombie, nah, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no motherfucking way. Talking about some give me my blood back, realizing she dead, she get to calling her cute and hugging all over this motherfucker. She a freak ass. I don't know what them niggas in a couple episodes earlier said they smell semen on the bitch. So yeah, it's a dude. It's a it. I don't know what Giselle is, but the bitch is a psycho though. Then we see Lampert walk up on Giselle and they get to discussing her face and what happened. And she telling Freak Man Pepe and how he tasted like shit. She had to eat his ass because he was doing too much. And say the other girls that they ain't dead though. So the other two, the one he made turned against her, and the one with the lightning strike powers, they ain't dead yet anyway. But they both wondering if Yhwach really gonna come back to him though. If he really gonna come up there, whoop ass, and come back down. Like what's really finna happen type shit. Flips back over to Ichibe and Yhwach talking, saying it's 1,000 years ain't enough for him to repent. He finna give you a whole eternity and raise the brush to slash him. You starting to collect Reshi, doing seance chants, and next thing you know, it explodes. A big ass ring appears and it starts sucking up all the power of the Reshi from the other Quincy. Ashwallen is the name of the attack. Taking their power, they body, fuck it. These motherfuckers taking their fucking soul. Some of these niggas is disappearing for real. And basically, like I say, it's just a big blue ass light drawing all the way back up to him in the sky. So they ain't even got no chance. Whether you signed up for this shit, nigga, you drank the Kool-Aid, nigga. It's time for you to go. Lampert, she like looking up there to the sky. She like, shit, what are we just pawns to you type shit? And this nigga smile with a smirk. Comrades. Nigga, with the demon smirk, nigga, you know y'all finna go now. All the Quincy on the ground looking confused as fuck. Lampert and Baz B, they like, fuck it, we not dying like this. Then we see it flip over to head captain Shunsui, and he's asking him, can he lead the bears? It's not the Serete that's in danger, it's the royal palace. So once Yhwach get the power, it's so powerful, it get the breaking the barriers. Flips back over to Yhwach, he getting the power, and it's so powerful, it breaks the barrier with a royal guard. And they are. And then we see Yhwach and the followers are giving the power back to the chosen few. Yhwach has the Reshi start falling out of the sky like rain. These motherfuckers get to popping back up like daisies and shit. So they rising back up with some get back in their spirit. And Maya confused. Yhwach explains to him that basically the power that he just did, it strips the power from the unnecessary Quincy's and they die. And they give it to the ones in need. Like some true friends indeed. And basically, yeah, we finna come back now with some extra shit y'all ain't even know about. They real confident though. They say Squad Zero finna perish. The scales have been tipped. Alright, and the last ending scene of the episode is when we see Shunsui talking about the destruction and if things going to ever get back to the way that they was. Yukitake appears and says, shit, if it broke, we gonna fix it. And we gonna put it back together as normal. So they allowed the royal place to be invaded, but the Kamekake was in anticipation of that. This large ass shadow appears behind him with an opening eye. This shit look like some shit off Full Metal Alchemist or something. I don't know. It looks menacing though. He tells him to not push himself too hard, and then Shunsui say he finna go off for a drink. This episode, like I say, another 10 out of 10, man. Episode, the action was on point. Twists and turns for your ass. The suspension is hitting. The battles are definitely clashing out. Some of the best that we didn't seen in all of Bleach, and just some of the best good battles that I've seen in terms of just anime that I've watched in general. So yeah, I'm enjoying every bit of it. No spoilers from the manga watchers or anything in the comment section, but we definitely, like I say, man, this shit is building up like it's supposed to. And let me know down in the comments how you feeling about this, and what was your favorite parts of this episode? How are you liking the fights? What do you think on the animation? Let me know how you feeling down in the comment section. And as always, one love, two peace, and we out. Till next time, you dig? For sure.